Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird, back to do another fan viewer mail unboxing. Got a few things this time, you guys. It's pretty cool. I think I have an idea what this might be, but I don't know exactly what the contents are. I just know who it's from. I also now know who these are from based on the return addresses, but we had three things waiting in the post office box, which if you guys do want to send us anything, the link is down in the description box below, or not the link, the address, old school. But it looks like first we're going to open up an envelope here from the Cordery family. So let's do that. They are sending it in from New Jersey. This is a longtime friend of the show, and the person that did this piece of art right here, which is kind of blocked by the camera, but he did this Pennywise, and then he did the Pennywise on the actual set, and he actually did the original drawing with my design of the Penny Smile shirt for us. So that is Rob, aka Rubber Soul, and it looks like, oh, it's a sweet Christmas card from his family. With love, the Cordery family. That's awesome. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. He probably sent this for Christmas time, and I just hadn't checked the box in a bit. So thank you very much, Rob. We appreciate that. I don't know if you want me to show your family on camera, so I'll keep it off, but thank you very much. Appreciate that. All right, so next up, I'm going to have to put that, I'm going to have to start a collection of those somewhere. So next up, we've got from John Dirksen. And I know I've seen John comment on some videos recently, so thank you, sir, very much for sending whatever this is. I'm going to go ahead and open it now. Here we go. You know what? That's why I brought this thing over. Haha. Check out this cool knife. Yeah. Shing. There it is. All right. Lexi, go. Go. I don't want you near me with this knife. Alright. Okay, so that's open. Let's see what we got. It's a bag inside a bag. It's it's a Russian nesting bag. Alright. It's a little polymer mailer. Oh, I feel things that are DVD sized. Hang on, wait. Let's see what this is first. There's a note. There's a note. So I'm gonna read the note first. Let me take that down. I'll put these right here. Hey guys, while watching your review of all the Tales from the Crypt shows, thank you very much, Fuego. I remembered that I had a bootleg copy of the Tales from the Crypt Keeper cartoon from back in the day. At the time of the purchase, there was no copy of the show on DVD. Even now, I think they released the first and second season, but they are pricey. First going for around $60 last time I checked. Nice. Quality is not the best, but not bad. Oh, Fuego's going to be excited. And there was a Tales from the Crypt game show for kids. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and I'll finish this paragraph. Kind of like Double Dare, but with the Crypt Keeper as host. Whoa! Secrets or the Crypt Keeper Haunted House on YouTube. Wait, look up Secrets of the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House on YouTube. I might have to do that. Fuego, make sure you look this up. Secret of the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House. The game show is crap, but the cartoon was good. Kids actually died in some episodes. Wow, okay. All right, so he does say also included next. I'm going to go ahead and pull these out so I can look at them. I'm excited. All right, so Tales from the Crypt Keeper. This is really cool. Fuego's going to be super excited about this. Damn, I wish he was here for this. All right, so I'll hold on to this, and I'll do an unveiling for Fuego on camera for you guys so you can see that too. All right, much like the series on EC Comics that the cartoon was based on, the show featured different child characters weekly who ended up in twisted situations, but with a little more morality play than the HBO series. Still hosting was the Crypt Keeper, and in the second season, the Vault Keeper and the Old Witch. Both narrators from the comic series had to come in to upstage the Crypt Keeper. That's awesome. Fuego's going to love that. Okay, so next, also included, is Banshee Chapter. That's this one right here. I've seen this at video stores, believe it or not. We have a video store called The House of the Used, and I've seen this there. I've always been curious about it. From the producers of Margin Call. Let's see. Creepy movie. According to the wiki, Kristopher Nolan was going to direct this, but did Interstellar instead. Oh, wow. Okay. It has Lovecraft elements, Hunter S. Thompson type, government conspiracies. It's creepy. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll have to check that out and do a review on the channel now. Thank you. That's going to make things easy. Finally, he sent us Nemesis, Night of the Living Dead. So I actually... Mimesis, not Nemesis. I've been reading it wrong. Mimesis. Okay. Mimesis. It's got to be Mimesis? Mimesis? I don't know. Night of the Living Dead, Mimesis. Thought it was a good concept. Fan goes to a horror convention and wakes up in the movie. Execution is okay. Oh, okay, cool. I do like movies like this. That was like The Final Girls. Sorry, I'm really close to you guys now. Hi, how's it going? But this actually was, it's got some laurels from some film festivals. So cool. Oh, Sid Haig is in here? Okay, cool. Right on. Yep, we'll have to give this a try. And that's going to bring us to this last one. Let's set these over here. And this one is from Brian Gatto from Horror Show Entertainment. Now, this is a guy who started a YouTube channel with a name similar to mine. I actually don't even know if he started first or I started first, but either way, it was really funny that we had such similar names. So he and I have kind of kept in contact since then, and I watch his channel. He does a lot of stuff that, you know, ranging from movie reviews and trailer reactions. He also does a lot of music reviews, you know, metal music. So he and Fuego would get along great. And then he also does some other type stuff like book coverage. He covers a lot of horror novels. And that's another sort of common ground that we had. We both love horror novels. We both have read all of the Meg books, which is what the big The Meg movie coming out this year starring Jason Statham featuring a gigantic shark. That's the series that it's based on, and we both really, really like that stuff. So we actually have talked a little bit about some other non-shark creature books, of course other creature books that involve sharks, but he has a much deeper wealth of knowledge when it comes to the horror novel scene, and he actually said that he was going to send me a bit of a care package with a few things for me. So I'm really excited to see what's in this. I'm going to put it right here because it's actually a little bit heavy. So I'm going to cut into this bad boy. All right, so here we go. Cutting into it. Man, this knife is way easier than that big knife we usually try and use. I usually try and use. I don't know who I'm trying to throw under the bus there. All right, and cut away. All right, and here we go. So, oh man, this is chock full of stuff. Holy cow. Okay, well, let's do this. So the first one is Beast from Peter Benchley. Now, I have of course seen the TV movie of this. That involves a giant squid. It actually, it's by the same guy that wrote Jaws, Peter Benchley, and it's, you know, this was when giant squids were sort of, even just in theory, like dead bodies, they weren't in theory because dead bodies had washed up, so we knew they were out there, but they had never been witnessed at the time of this writing. So he basically, of course, if he turned a shark into a killer, he figured why not turn a giant squid into a killer. So, but I've never actually read the book, so I'm excited to give this one a try. I really am. Okay, cool. So Beast from Peter Benchley. That's awesome. Killer crabs. This is great. This is like I took a trip to Bookman's but didn't have to do any work. This is awesome. Okay, let's see. Killer crabs. A bloody carnage of human flesh is on an island beach. Wow, they really could have just put that in one straight sentence. A bloody carnage of human flesh on an island beachhead. An isolated island, home of hardworking fishermen and pleasure-seeking vacationers. The first corpse, its head torn off, its limbs in shreds. Then the next victim, and the next, and the next. Only then did the people realize the hideous threat, as the most monstrous creatures ever spawned by nature took control first of the sea, then began their invasion of the land. And suddenly the most endangered species in the world was man. Killer crabs. They're multiplying and no one can stop their relentless hunt for blood. If someone wasn't actually watching this, they could have assumed that it would be about a different kind of killer crabs. But that's hilarious. Oh my gosh, and it's like, I love old school books. Like, they're just printed with this really itty bitty font. Makes me feel like I'm reading something for school again. Except this is going to be a book I'm way more into. All right, so next. Good Lord, he's got my reading planned out for me for a good long while here. All right, I'm going to go with this one. Oh, shoot, here we go. Oh, man, Fuego's going to love this, too. All right, so I'm going to have to show him this. This is Stephen King Goes to the Movies. When the lights are on, he's a mild-mannered, #1 worldwide best-selling author. When the lights go down, he watches his creations come to shattering, electrifying life. On the big screen, that is. For Stephen King, the experience of seeing his works of short fiction adapted for major Hollywood films has created stories of his own, and he shares them here. 5 of his celebrated short stories, plus King's personal commentary, his all-new introductions, and the essential behind-the-scenes insights. Oh man, Fuego's gonna love this. So yeah, Stephen King Goes to the Movies. That's awesome. Fuego is gonna dig on that. You're sending on something for everyone. I love it. The Year's Best Horror Stories 7. Edited by Gerald W. Page. The unique annual of weird tales. Nice. Approving reviews. An annual high point in horror story publication. It's got Stephen King, Charles Grant, Ramsey Campbell, Manly Wade Wellman, Lisa Tuttle, Janet Fox, Robert Aikman, Michael Bishop, Tanith Lee, and Jack Vance, and others all have stories in this. And again, this has got that itty bitty, teeny tiny font, man. That's cool. It really is a throwback, but that's how they got these books so thin back in the day, you know? They're like, oh, horror stories, let's cram them all together and make everyone need magnifying glasses to be able to read them. Next. Oh, shoot. Okay, wait, this is part of another one. I'm going to hold off on that one because I'm excited about that if he sent that too. Okay. All right, I'm too excited here. All right. He sent me a much nicer copy of Extinct than I have. Holy crap. I do actually have this one. I know we've talked about it a number of times. I wonder if he sent it by accident or if he meant for me to give this to Fuego to read. So here's the copy he sent me. Very nice. Very pristine. Mine looks like this. It's got the corner chewed off up there. If I slowly turn it, this book has been beat to hell, man. Not in the best shape. It looks like a shark's taking a bite out of it. It's very, very appropriate. But this is actually a really cool book. This book has gotten some love for me. This I actually read, I think I read after the first Meg book, because when I saw that there was a Meg book, I realized, oh man, there might be others. And there was only this that I could find at the time. Now a bunch have been written, and a lot of them are available on Kindle. But you have to take a risk because it's, anyone can write it and get it published on Kindle, and you have no idea about their editing techniques or qualities. So this is really cool. I'm gonna have to double check. He might want me to just send this back, although I would like this is what happens if I had taken better care of mine. So thank you very much for that, Brian. That's awesome. Okay, cool. I'm excited to read this. I've been wanting to read this. Okay, so this is a book by Hunter Shea. It's called The Montauk Monster. This is something like, if I'm not mistaken, this is just another sort of folk tale like the Loch Ness Monster. Let's see here. It kills. On a hot summer night in Montauk, the bodies of 2 local bar patrons are discovered in the dunes, torn to shreds, their identities unrecognizable. It breeds. In another part of town, a woman's backyard is invaded by 4 terrifying creatures that defy any kind of description. What's clear is that they're hostile and they're ravenous. It spreads. With every sunset, the terror rises again, infecting residents with a virus no one can cure. The CDC can't help them, FEMA can't save them. But each savage attack brings Suffolk County Police Officer Gray Dalton one step closer to the shocking source of these unholy creations. Hidden on nearby Plum Island, a U.S. research facility has been running top-secret experiments. What they created was never meant to see the light of day. now a vacation paradise, is going straight to hell. Hunter Shea is the real deal, intense. Shea delves deep into the unknown, a thrill ride of a read. And then Shea combines ancient evil, old school horror, and modern style. That's cool, man. I'm excited to read this. This time the terror has teeth. Yes! Yes! Yes, yes. This might be... No, this isn't going to be my first one. This is probably going to be my third one because I did catch a glimpse of the last two things in there, and I'm really excited about them. Oh, man, am I really excited. Oh, no, he's got 3 things in here. Holy crap. Gee whiz, Brian. You oh, wow, man. Dude, this could not have been cheap, bro. I owe you stuff. And this one, holy cow. Wow. Wow. Okay, so these, are they all tied together? This is, wow, holy cow. Wow. Dude, this is awesome. This is so cool. Okay, to Cecil. The Chronos Rising books I sent you are brand new. Figured once you read the first, you'd want to dive into the sequel and prequel books as soon as possible. I hope you enjoy the others too. The Stephen King books are for Jaime. I was right about that. And even has an LOL, and I even laughed out loud at it. Sincerely, your friend, Brian, Horror Show Entertainment Gatto. Man, that is so awesome. So what he's talking about is here. Oh my God, I've been so waiting to read this. You guys have no idea how excited I am for this. Because this is right up my territory. I have Meg. Here, I'll show you. So here's my creature books. And it turns out, apparently, I do have a copy of Beast. Right here. I didn't realize that. So I actually have not read this yet, but I do have a copy of it. So that's, I didn't even realize I already had that. So Brian, I might have to send that back to you, which I'm fine doing because I'll send it with some of the other stuff. But so here's what I'm talking about. These are all the Meg books right here. So it's Meg, The Trench, Meg Primal Waters, Meg Hell's Aquarium, Meg Night Stalkers. That's all that's out right now, but there is a 6th book that is due to come out later this year before the actual movie, but it is the 6th in the Meg series. This is the one that is being made into the movie featuring Jason Statham. So that is what you guys have to look forward to. And then some of the other ones I have, besides Beast, which I already showed you, I also have Natural Selection, which is about giant sort of carnivorous ray creatures that end up being able to fly out of the water and fly in the air and attack people from above too. Dave Friedman, that was a really fun book. I know Brian's read that. I have The Loch, also by Steve Alton, which is about the Loch Ness Monster. I also have Vostok, the sequel, but I think I've loaned that out. I think my mom still has it, actually, because she hasn't read it yet. And actually what's fun is the characters from these end up crossing over to the Meg series. And then finally I have this, which is also being made this year into a TV series called The Terror. Dan Simmons, this is a huge, thick book. But it's coming soon. So I love creature books. So what he sent me is one that I don't have yet. Chronos Rising. This is huge for me. Like, I've been so excited to read this book that you guys have no idea. Oof, man, this is going to jump ahead of some of the other things I've been wanting to read. But it's going to be worth it. I'm really excited. It's something that is not a giant shark, but something else quite evil. Has risen. And then there was a sequel, Chronos Rising, Kraken, Volume 1. So I'm not sure what's up with that. So I guess Chronos is probably the Leoplorodon there. Or is that a mosasaur? I'm not sure which it is. I'll have to double check. But this, I think, is it's going to be 30 years have passed. Yeah, so this is the, oh man, this is the 2nd book. And then he also sent this, Chronos Rising Plague. I'm super excited to read these, you guys. So that is everything. So hopefully you've seen Fuego's reaction to these things too. So here we are, guys. Fuego is here to do his portion of the unboxing. So Fuego, what we got was we got a nice Christmas card from Rob, and then we got it was him and his family, and then we got a package from John Dirksen, who is a recent fan. I can't remember how he found us. It might have been through you. Everyone seems to find us through you nowadays. So. No. But anyway, he sent some cool DVDs. He sent Banshee Chapter and Nemesis, Night of the Living Dead, and then something else that was specifically for you. So
I wonder what this could be.
Now we'll get to that, and then we got a big care package from Brian Gatto from Horror Show Entertainment.
Yeah.
That was a massive book thing.
Wow.
So he sent me a copy of this, which my copy I showed everyone looked like this.
Battered, yeah.
Yeah. So he sent me a copy of that. He sent me a copy of Peter Benchley's Beast.
No, I remember watching that on when it was adapted rather poorly.
A copy of
right?
Exactly. Yep, I talked about that too. The Montauk Monster.
Was that
pretty cool?
What, like New Jersey area?
Something like that.
Montauk Point.
I believe so. Yeah. So.
That's right. You guys are both into like aquatic
creature
creatures.
stuff.
I love
Exactly.
Aquatic creatures, man.
So here we go. The year's best horror stories. It's got a book. Oh, that one actually probably is for you. There's something by Stephen King in there. I'm not sure which.
I wonder what's in here.
Look at how aggressively he grabbed that book and is like trying to find out.
The Night of the Tiger.
Does it not ring a bell?
No.
Oh snap, Brian! Ooh.
Now I'm trying to remember if this okay. I got you.
No, that one's for you.
We may have had something here, sir.
That one's for you. Wow, wouldn't that be exciing?
Yeah.
Sweet. I didn't even put two and two together because he said
he still has some uncollected stories floating around in weird collections.
He actually said the things are for Fuego, and I only thought there was one thing for you, but apparently there were two things for you. So that one's for you.
I dig this cover with these weird. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I don't know if I actually showed them close enough what that is.
Check that out, y'all.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So there you go. That one's for you. I just stumbled across it.
Yeah.
Killer crabs is one, of course, for me. Giant crabs that invade and take over the world.
Nice.
And then this is something I was really excited about. I don't know if you heard about this, but this is fairly recent, actually, within the last 5 or 6 years, I think.
I've seen it in bookstores.
Yeah, and I've been wanting to read it because of my obsession with Meg, and it's dinosaurs. And Brian also surprised me with there was a sequel and another one.
What?
So he sent me all 3 of them, dude.
Wow.
He was so cool.
Brian, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Gracias,
to that end, there were 2 other things for you. Yeah, I should have put that in here too, but I wasn't thinking.
I'm really stoked.
But here you go. So you can grab whichever one you want first. This is your unboxing.
Who are these from again?
The DVDs are from John Dirksen, and then the book is from. So I don't know if you know what that is.
I've watched some of this.
Okay,
it was tailored for kids, and it's funny because it went through a couple. It jumped from network to network, I think, or maybe they just retooled it on the same network and they made it even more kid friendly. And people who liked it originally were just like, the quality suffered significantly when they tried to kitty it up a little bit more. So
now, just so you know, he also said there was a Tales from the Crypt's game show for kids. Kind of like a Double Dare type with the Crypt Keeper. So he said you can search that if you want. You can find it on YouTube under the Crypt Keeper's Haunted House.
I still really want to do the coverage of the Tales from the Crypt and then the Vault of Fear, those 70s anthologies, because I've watched the Tales from the Crypt and I haven't seen Vault of Fear. The Tales from the Crypt one's pretty damn good. All these people are dead and well, spoilers, I guess you find out they're dead afterwards.
Way to ruin it.
No!
And then this one, I don't know if you have this. I looked at this and I was like, Fuego might really like this, so go ahead.
Eyes closed.
This is also from Brian.
It's a book. I do not have this, actually.
Do you know what it is?
I know what it is, yeah. It's got just, if I remember.
He tells essays and stories about some of the short stories that are in there, and about the movies that were made too.
Yeah, if I remember, there's like a new introduction to all of these different stories, if I remember correctly, because they're all short stories, And then he's got a segment. Yep, that's right, about his 10 favorite adaptations. I have not read this, dude, so this is pretty rad. I've looked at it and I've thought about it. Most of his nonfiction stuff or stuff where there's a little bit of nonfiction introduction stuff before. Stories I already have, I just have never gotten around to purchasing. But this is bitching, dude. Thank you.
So between that and that, you now have 2 possibly new avenues of Stephen King to read that you haven't yet.
I just got something Atlantis. It's this new nonfiction that reprints Hearts in Atlantis from the Hearts in Atlantis collection, and then has a new essay from him about being in college in the '60s and Vietnam War and all that stuff. So now I'm really curious about this, The Night of the Tiger, because it's not ringing a bell if it's in Skeleton Crew or one of his other collections that I have. I cannot remember. But so this might be like This might be some rare stuff, Brian. So you're rad, dude. Thank you.
So now make sure if you do those on Hail to Stephen King, just make sure you shout them out when you do it and stuff like that, of course. As will I when I review these books. When I can get around to them, he sent me so much, it's going to be my reading for the next year. But yeah, guys, so that's it. That's Fuego's look at his stuff. Thank you guys again for everything that you sent to him, Fuego. Any final thanks to those two guys, John or Brian?
Well, obviously, a grande gracias, as I like to say to both of you peeps, and obviously Rob, too, for, the hookup you mentioned at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So we are humbled and honored that you guys are so cool and supportive of us. It's very humbling.
Very much so.
Yeah.
So, guys, we just jumped back on because why, Fuego?
Because The Night of the Tiger, the short story that was in that book that Brian sent us, holy cow, it's one of the very few uncollected by King. So that's just, my mind is blowing. I've never read it before, so I am stoked as hell to check this out, dude. So I'm not sure if you knew if it was uncollected or not, but that means my gracias is even grander and bigger. It's like ginormous status, so thank you, dude.
You've apparently just extended Fuego's I've read everything by Stephen King.
Everything properly published, I guess. This was only in that little collection, so. That's
so cool.
Crazy,
I'm happy for you, man.
I'm
That's really
super
cool.
stoked.
So, Brian, you kicked ass. Thanks,
man. Thanks, dude.
With that being said, back to me. Thank you guys very much for sending in your stuff from John to, of course, Rob to, of course, Brian. I appreciate all of you guys taking the time to send us that. But I think that's a good place to end it, you guys. Thank you very much for joining me and Fuego for this unboxing. We greatly appreciate it. Until next time, though, I've been Cecil Laird, and remember, stay scared.